Time management. Everyone in this world gets 24 hours a day. But some of us can do many things in the same number of hours, and some of us are always cribbing about not having enough time ever to finish the tasks we have. We always defend our situation with some sort of an excuse. For example, he doesn't have to travel 2 hours to college, hence he gets more time to study. What are we doing here? We are busy looking outside and finding excuses to the problem rather than looking inward and seeing what we can do to manage our time well and get the maximum out of our 24 hours. Managing time is a personal development skill which is very essential and effective in professional life too. It is a source of energy, enthusiasm, and positive mental attitude. If we manage our time well, we will be happier, have more confidence, and better self esteem. Before we move ahead, can you think and write how did you manage your day time-wise yesterday? Write down all the activities you performed yesterday and time spent in each one of them. Once you have written, check where could you have saved time. Now we will talk about four principles of time management. If you practice and imbibe them in your daily routine, it will improve the quality of your life and make you super productive. The first principle is organize. The second principle is prioritize. The third principle is take action. And the fourth principle is focus. Now we'll talk about the first principle, organize. Being organized means putting your thoughts together and decide what all needs to be done in a definite period of time, say today. When you are starting to practice being organized, go with easy and workable things which you want done in the day. Spend some time thinking in the morning about what all do you want to achieve today. Then make a list, things to do today, and write it down. Or use your mobile phone. Initially, you may find that making a list is not very easy, but it is one of the most productive and simple solutions to be organized. If in the first few days the list is not complete, don't worry. Once the list is ready, set a time target to it. You can't go on doing just one task without keeping in mind the time it is taking and then not having enough time to finish other tasks in your list. You would have heard the word deadline. Setting a time target means setting a deadline to complete your task. You can always change your list by adding or removing things from it as you move through the day, but it is a good idea to stick to the list and not do many changes all the time. Else the whole purpose of organizing your thoughts gets defeated. Remember, keep the list visible. Think about a regular day in your life and start putting your thoughts together. Put them in a to-do list form with a date. Don't forget to put a deadline against each task. For example, task can be playing for an hour, reading course material of a particular subject for 2 hours, watching television, helping your parents at home, meeting friends, etc. Here's an example of a to-do list. It shows 16 hours of a day allocated by a student. Now let's move on to the second principle, prioritize. Prioritize means to decide which of a group of things or tasks are the most important so that you can deal with them first. Now in the to-do list, you should start putting the tasks in different priority category depending on how important and urgent they are. Here you can use A, B or C to define your category of importance, A being the most important and C being the least important on the list. This is an example of to-do list with prioritization categories. The points you need to remember while prioritizing are number of tasks in your list, time each one will take, how important or urgent each one is, level of difficulty, and deadline. These points will help put a clear priority to your list and you will be able to visualize the task in hand. From the prioritized list example, it is clear what all activities should be focused on first. Items in priority category A should be done first. Priority category C should only be done if there is time left after completing A and B. Take the examples of to-do list that we have discussed and create a daily and weekly list of your own and prioritize. Now let's move on to the third principle, take action. Now that your list is ready and it's prioritized, doesn't it feel good to be organized? But is the job done? No. Now is the time to move to the most important principle, take action. If you don't do anything about the list you have created, It will just sit there and the effort and time gone behind it will also be wasted. Now some key points to remember while attacking the list. Do one thing at a time and see it through to completion. If you do multiple things at a time, after few hours or end of the day there will be no tick marks on the list and nothing much would have moved. First finish the most important things before you move on. Stay fresh and efficient by alternating the variety of tasks on your list. Breaking up the sorts of activities you do will keep you fresh throughout your tasks and help you move through your list more quickly. Alternate a project work with the housework to be the most effective worker. Take short breaks between them and do different tasks. The most important and difficult things must be done and tackled first. Don't jump on easier tasks if you feel afraid of the most difficult task. Stick to the priority list and finish the high priority item first. Don't delay doing it if it seems difficult. It only increases your tension and stress with the tasks not moving anywhere. Cross-tick the tasks of your list as you complete them. It feels great to put a cross against the list as you finish. Give yourself a pat on your back as you cross each thing off, deleting it from the list. Take a minute to reward yourself for each little accomplishment. You are doing it. Now let's move on to the fourth and the final principle, focus. Focus and complete your task on the list every day. If we are not disciplined in following and completing the tasks in the list, then we will never be able to manage our time and life in an efficient manner. Initially for a few days, you will find that a few tasks are not getting completed as per plan. Do not lose heart. Keep going. You will make progress every day. After a week or so, you will find that you are able to organize better and complete all your tasks as per priority every day. One of the very efficient ways to get more time in your hand is by sleeping on time at night and getting up early in the morning. If we utilize our morning time, we get the most powerful time of the day to be productive. Key points to remember are: first, prioritize. If we are doing more than one thing at one time, we realize after a while that nothing really is getting done. If it is so, then just take the key task at one time and finish it. Second, avoid distractions. Switch off all distractions like mobile phones, web browsers, etc. The message popping on your phone or the call coming or instant messaging blinking is never going to help you concentrate. Unconsciously you will be distracted and would see that message or pick up that call. Third, be consistent. You should make sure that what you have put in your weekly list, some part of it gets done on a daily basis, else you will never be able to finish what you have put in your weekly list. Your daily list will be a subset of your weekly list.